Hi everybody, this is Dennis here, and I wanted to do a really quick video with some science tips. Three things that I want to show you. One is how to find some interactive simulations, how to find experimental activities, and third, how to find what's new, because science facts and information is changing all the time. So it's really important to be able to find some new stuff. So first, interactive simulations. I'm in science and context. I'm going to go to advanced search, and once I get to advanced search, I'm going to scroll down to document type. And in document type, I'm going to search for interactive simulation. So I click on that and then I click search, and it takes me to 334 experiments that I can run visually. And I'll show you an example real quick. So if I want all 334, I click there. I can also search within this. So if I'm searching for a particular topic that I'm working on as a teacher, I can share this. But I would advise you to find this, get the link, and share these with your science teachers, your science department. So I found one on the lift in airplanes. So I just want to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to open it up. I can run the experiment or the simulation and change the variables several different times and see how it affects my experiment. So for example, you can see the variables of mass, the lift coefficient, the wing area, and I'm doing a small plane. So let's run it. You can see the small plane down here at the bottom. You can see the graph for velocity and net force. And just remember, I'm just showing you one explanation. There are 330 more of these on other science topics, but it's showing the graph as I'm performing this simulation, shows me when I actually take lift. Um, and there we go. And then you can also see how the velocity plateaus out. And then I can do this again, only changing some of the variables. Let's say I do an airliner and run this same experiment. It'll keep that old graph and show me how the change makes a difference here, and it'll run that experiment. I'm not going to run it all the way through because I think you get the idea of what's that like. So make sure you share that with your science teachers. I'm going back to the main page of Science and Context. I'm going to do another advanced search, and I'm going to scroll down to document type again. Only this time, instead of interactive simulation, I'm going to choose experimental activity. Experimental activity. This is especially good at the middle school level when they're doing science projects or science fairs. I have 214 experiments. Again, I can search within this by a specific topic, or I can actually just share this experiments page by getting the link, sharing it out with teachers. Say here, you can share these with your students. But once you click into an experiment, as you'll see, there's some really cool things. It provides the experiment, but I'm going to jump down. It also gives you level of difficulty and an approximate budget. A really cool thing. So you can kind of warn kids ahead of time. Here's a cheaper one. Here's a more expensive one. Here's a very simplistic or more difficult. And you can vary those depending on what you're actually looking for. So we've done interactive simulations. Experimental activities. Again, once you find the experimental activity that you're looking for, all of the tools that are normally available in the database, especially GetLink, you can share that with your teachers. Lastly, in science and context, how to find new stuff. There's two ways. One is if you perform a search, and I've done a search here on coronavirus. And so let's say that I want to find just the newest, the latest. So I come into sort by, and I sort by the newest material. And I've selected news. So you can see there's articles that have come out today from the New York Times that I have access to right here in the databases. So that's doing a search, selecting the type of material that you want, and then sorting by newest. Another thing you could do is send students to browse topics. And then you'll see the orange highlight here tells you not only which topics are new, but also which things have recently been updated. Before I let you go, I also want to show you that within the Science Interactive database, those of you who have this one know that there are 4 areas: biology, chemistry, earth science, and human anatomy. All of these have 3D material within them. I chose one within chemistry, and I chose reactions. And I went into very simple, something that I could understand because I am definitely not a science freak, where you can actually take, uh, create water and show the reaction when you combine hydrogen with oxygen. So what I'll do is I'll take the hydrogen molecules, combine them. Obviously, there needs to be two per. Let's try that again. And then let's do that. And then you can see up here the molecule count and then the reaction that happens here. And I've finished the reaction. I can go ahead and start it over and do that again and watch the graph up here, see how things change. All right. So those are the three things I wanted to share with you. Enjoy the science experiment, the interactive simulations, and some of the cool interactive material within the interactive science.